This is Mario Central, here with you today in the final area of Pokemon XD while we are making the final preparations for the upcoming fights. We are going to start facing a lot of tough trainers coming up. We are heading towards the end of this place. This is getting exciting, is why I had to stay silent for that beginning there, because that music is absolutely perfect. I love it at that part where it's just like da da la 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 la. It's perfect because it's so calm, and then oh wait, it's Egon. Nick, I hope you are well. I've been keeping well too. I have a message from my partner. From the both of us, we hope for your success. Why, thanks, Egon. Your spelling and your dealing of electronics is getting a lot more better. I'm glad for this, Egon, my friend. I do not want to see another message of down woo with Seifert again, okay? Because that scared me, and I think it scared you too. So don't ever say that again. Down woo with Seifert. I'm never going to forget that. But that's what I like so much about this song, too, is the fact that it gets to this really, like, hardcore part where it's like, boom, 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 tss. Right? Like, it just, oh, it's perfect. And then it gets all calm, like with that da 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 da. It's so perfect. Like, it's honestly a very good choice for this final area, because that's what it is. You're calmly walking through this place, then boom, you see a fight right in front of you unfold in your eyes because he drops from the ceiling like this one. Roar, watch your head, keep an eye on the ground too. What do you mean watch my head? I just gotta watch where I'm walking. As soon as I step, whoops, oh, there you are. I see the shadow coming down. I best step back before you destroy me. Oh, boy. I don't know why these guys like to hang on the ceiling so much, but now we are finally going to use Blueby and Crow's Effect for once. Well, I mean, we've used them very briefly recently, but I mean, man, I've hardly gotten the chance to use these two on a team together when they're actually even. Like, this hasn't happened since they evolved. I haven't really used them very much, so now I'm getting the chance to show off their awesome powers, such as this. Now you see, this is my whole point of putting it with Blueby. Blueby only took 60 damage, and that's from a Flygon. That's pretty good. And this man's gonna get a lot more health as the game goes along. So I mean, that's pretty good, you know. And coupled with the fact that he has rest and I can wake him up like that on the next turn, it works out for the best. I mean, I can take 2 hits and then use it. Because Blueby isn't that slow either, is what makes him so perfect as well. He can deal damage, he's a bit heavy, can take damage, and he's not that slow. I really like this duo. I think it's going to do wonders for me in the late game. Yeah! Go, Blueby! And now, here we face Lickitung. Lickitung, I don't know, I've never really cared for. He got an evolution in Generation 4, which was needed. Like, honestly, he needed one, and it's Licky, I think, is the name. I never really remember the name of that guy. And I don't think Licky is a lot more better, trust me. I mean, you might as well use him. He's pretty cool. He's a nice step up from Lickitung. I mean, even Licky isn't that special, but you can still use him. But Lickitung, I don't know. I don't really care for him all that much in this generation. He's kind of, as I say with normal type Pokemon, you want to choose the one that's like the best ever, that can really hold his own, kind of like Ursaring or any of those guys, right? Lickitung doesn't really do that until he becomes Licky, and even then he's not that special, but he is better than what he used to be. It's kind of like Ambipom improved a lot on Apom, but Licky wasn't as great of an improvement. But I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of Licky users out there, because from time to time I know when I face those guys in battle, like if I'm facing against the computer, they can put up quite a fight sometimes, those Lickys. they can be a bit troublesome because they can take damage quite well. Even Lickitung can, and I went through the wrong one. Of course, I think there's 2 sections to go through. It's this one, and there's another one to the bottom right that I have to jump down as well. And I can never, anytime I come to this place, no matter how many times I've done it, I've never been able to remember the exact locations. I've done this about 3 or 4 times now, and I still can't remember this. But the thing is, as I said, I did this once. I always try to do a game once if I know it, right? before I do the actual LP, and I just do a quick run through. I'm not taking it seriously or anything, and I never really go ahead and get any special items. I just make sure I at least know how to get around and what to do, right? And even with that preparation, I still end up forgetting. That always tends to happen, but I can never remember the locations of these guys. I think that one is probably right. It's probably this one. That's it. That's it right there. Because if I went through that one, yep, that's perfect right there. And I think there's one more at the bottom right here, and I think it'll unlock the blue switch for me, and then I'll be able to go back up. But I think there's going to be a trainer waiting there for me. It's funny. There's always a point in some games that no matter how many times you do it, you're just not going to remember. You think you know it, and you're like, wait, I've done this before, but I don't exactly know how to do it. There's always that point in a game, and this is that point for me. I just never remember, anytime it comes to these elevator shaft things, or, well, hanging from coat hangers is what it looks like. Like, that, seriously, look at that. It's like what I use to hang my clothes on the rack over there. That's some good system building there, I tell you what. The mechanics sure know what they do, and they know how to get around. They know that hooks are the vehicle of the future. They will get you around places more faster than any vehicle will. Oh, there we go. Kya, you're never getting by me. Of course I'll get by you. Take this, Scyther. Yeah, wow, this fight is taking a long time. Jeez. I'll probably just cut out, cause this is gonna take a while with Chansey and Scyther, and be very, very careful with these two. Well, with Chansey and Scyther, I don't know. I like Blissey. I mean, Blissey is awesome. It's basically a special tank. It can take damage. It doesn't take physical damage really well, which is why if you're trying to catch one, don't ever attack it with tackle or anything like that. It might accidentally kill it. Trust me. I've seen it happen before. Like, I think I met a Chansey in Diamond and Pearl, because you can get those pretty easily in that game, which is surprising. I think I met one at level 19. I'm like, ooh, it's a Chansey! And I used a simple tackle from, I think from one of my starter Pokemon, and he ended up dying. I'm like, what? Oh, man. That's the only downside of Blissey, is it has bad physical defense, but with all that HP, it could outlive it. It still can, so... But that's not necessarily true, because I've taken on Blissey sometimes, and even from, like, a simple Brick Break, it's died. Like, it really has some poor physical defense, but you can get around that. There is ways of, with all that HP, with all that special attack and special defense, you can make it work. It's definitely doable. Now, Scyther, on the other hand, Scyther is a beast. I mean, not so much Scyther himself, but Scizor. Scizor is a darn right beast. I mean, anyone that uses him knows all he has is a fire weakness. That is, oh my god. Thank goodness I don't have double edge on this man, or else that could have done a lot more worse. Whew. Oh man, thank goodness you survived that. Well, at least he proved me wrong there. He took a body slam from a 46 Walrein. That's not bad. Good job, Chansey. See, there are ways of working around it. Because of all that HP, it kind of helps. Take it! Get in the ball! Come on, Chansey! Yeah, but Chansey! Why? Why have you forsaken me? Oh, jeez. Now, Scyther, I don't... Yeah, Scizor came in the second generation, I believe. And the first generation, Scyther was... I mean, it's a stupid typing. No matter how good the Pokemon is, he's fast and powerful. That's great. But no matter how good the Pokemon is, that typing really blows. Blug and Flying. Yep. Bug and Flying. That is a terrible typing. I mean, you've got 4 times Rock weakness, you've got an Ice weakness, Electric weakness, Fire weakness. Need I go on? It's a pretty bad typing. And then this man needed an evolution, and he got one in Scizor, and Scizor is a downright beast. If you can find someone to trade with, he is a downright beast. Or if you're like me, you own multiple systems and 2 of each game, and you just trade with yourself. That's how I end up getting these Pokemon. Or, it's funny, there's a glitch in Diamond and Pearl, and finally you caught it. Thank you, Scyther. There's a glitch in Diamond and Pearl and Platinum where you go to the Global Trade Station. I believe this still exists in the Generation 5. And what you have to do is basically, you put down the Pokemon, right? put him down to trade with the item that he has to have in order to evolve, or if it's just like a Kadabra or something, just put him down and make like a ridiculous demand, like Abra level 100, Fanpy level 100. Just hope that no one picks it up. Then you actually go and make a trade. Then you cancel that previous trade and you get it back, and it'll evolve. It will evolve. And I abused this trick when I didn't have multiple systems. I loved using that. That's when I was trying to fill the Pokedex, and I loved abusing that trick. I mean, that was awesome. When I found out about that, I'm like, oh yes, I can finally own an Alakazam. I mean, honestly, when I used to play those old Pokemon games, man, I always wanted to own an Alakazam and use one. I never got the chance. Now that I actually have Pokemon Stadium, and I have the GBA Transfer Pack, which I never used to have, I can now trade to get these guys, and I'm definitely gonna do so when I start up my series of Pokemon. Gale, what happened? Nothing happened, you just got destroyed. Although you did put up a good fight, I'll give you that. Chansey and Miss Scyther over there did a very good job, and I think if we drop down here, that'll get us the other item. Yes, it is! Okay, I was right. Nice. But anyways, going on about Scizor. Scizor is a beast. I mean, plain and simple, he's only got a fire weakness. Sure, it's 4 times effective, but the man's a downright beast. He can take a lot of damage. That thing, Steel and Bug resist a lot of types. That's why Fortress is pretty good. It's a pretty good Pokemon. If you can find someone to train with the Metal Coat, you're set. I mean, that Pokemon, it writes its own history. It's pretty darn good, I gotta say. It's one of my favorites. Although, the thing is much like how I say with a lot of Pokemon, it's one of my favorites. But the funny thing is I've never used Scizor. And it's just because I never really had the ability to trade and use that Pokemon. Like, and that goes for a lot of Pokemon to that similar effect. Because it's the same thing. I think a boss fight is coming up here, although I'm not that sure. I'm gonna save right before I go. I kind of have Volarain and Flygon sleeping here, but that's okay. I think I'll be fine for the fight. I have 4 Pokemon that are active. They're all pretty good, so I don't think I needed the services of Crow's Effect and Bluebee for this one. I believe Cypher Admin Snaddle's coming up, although I'm not sure, so I'm gonna save just in case I mess this one up, because if I do, it'll become part of the blooper reel. Let's do this thing. Upsie daisy. But that's the case though. Like Scizor, Alakazam, Machamp, guys I've wanted to use, I've never really gotten the chance, and I know they're good. I've just never really gotten the chance, and it's Pajama Man himself. It is happening. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. One of my Pokemon is down, one of them is asleep. Let's go, Snaddle, strut your style. Mofofo. So we meet again. My plan was perfect. The only problems were the utterly useless Lovrina and Gorgon and you. You spoiled the brilliant plan I had devised for Fennec City. And thanks to that terrible hard-nosed woman, I suffered the humiliation of having my worst moment broadcast all over Ouray. To gain Master Grievel's forgiveness and for me to assume my rightful position as the governor of Ouray, I must defeat you. This time, I won't be shy about revealing to you the full extent of my power. Well, he's putting up some stakes here, although he hasn't really transformed much from his pajama stuff. He's still wearing the space astronaut pajamas. I mean, he hasn't made that much of an advancement, and this is downright perfect. Oh my god. Wow, does this end up working out so well. This is hilarious. I didn't even know what his Pokemon were. Oh my god, that is hilarious. I did not expect that. Wow. Honestly, that couldn't have worked out any better. Wow. No, I'm stunned. I honestly wasn't expecting this. Whoa. Woo. This is, and Metang is gonna go down on the very next turn. Wow, son. This just makes up for a lot of previous mistakes I've made in the past. Oh boy. This is really good, I gotta say. Oh my god! This works out so well! Oh, the only problem is I have to choose whether or not to get rid of Metang or Scizor. I really don't want to have to deal with a Scizor right now. I just got done exclaiming him right now. If he was a Metagross, I would consider going for him, but right now I want to get rid of Scizor. I don't want to have him be an annoying force, especially since he's a bug type. That's gonna irritate Leave. Take this, Metang! Wow, that did half. Impressive power, impressive. Whoopsie. Okay, there we go. Now we do Flamethrower. And Scizor is finished. No way is he surviving that. Even with his awesomeness, he cannot survive a Flamethrower and a Sun Effect. Haha. Wow, this is going so brilliantly. Oh my goodness. This is just... Oh wait, he's a shadow Pokemon though. I forgot. Oh goodness, that would have been really funny had that actually been a regular Pokemon. Solar Beam and then Fire Blast. Boom, done. I think I'll focus. I'm thinking. I don't really want to attack him with Shiftry because I fear he may kill him. Because what I did with Shiftry actually, I equipped the Black Glasses to him because his Dark move isn't all that powerful. I kind of need more power from it, and Solrock, I mean, I don't even trust... I guess I could trust Brick Break, so let me do that. I'd rather get rid of Matang right now and leave the Shadow Pokemon to pick up one by one. There we go, yeah, see, he's stronger than I thought. Solrock, much like Lunatone, I don't know which one you guys prefer. To me, I like the look of Solrock better. I think that's the only thing that puts it ahead. I don't know the exact differences between the two. I think Lunatone may take more damage and Solrock dishes out more. I really don't know the exact differences. But they're very similar Pokemon. Rock and Psychic has its weaknesses. I mean, you're going to have a water weakness, a grass weakness, a shadow weakness, a dark weakness. So you have quite a bit of weaknesses to handle, right? It's a little overbearing, I admit. Coupled with that, I don't think it doesn't take Bug all that well, and just, it's a weird typing. I've never really cared for that typing, and I just never really cared for Lunatone and Solrock, although I do know a lot of people use them. They were their psychic Pokemon of choice in the 3rd generation. Instead, I mean, obviously a lot of people use Gardevoir, but instead of using her, they would go for Solrock or Lunatone. And I don't really care for them, but I know a lot of people do use them and make them work. It is possible to make them work. You have them with Cosmic Power, or you, couple them together with some good moves, and they're good. Like, honestly, it'll work out very well. Yeah, there we go. There goes Cast Form. No regulars on here. Just bring on the shadows. Come on out, folks. Oh, this is where things get interesting. Starmie, Misty's #1 assistant. Oh, this Starmie has brought me a lot of pain. I remember when I first faced that thing in Pokemon Yellow. Oh my god, that was painful. That was hard. This is hilarious. I've had Bluebee fall asleep. I had Crow's Effect not at full strength, and these two have just handled his team. I mean, honestly, this has gone a lot more better than I would have expected. I'm contemplating whether or not to use Sunny Day, because I really can't do much against Starmie and stuff right now. You know what? Just go with that. I'm gonna use. I don't want to attack him though. What to do? I guess that'll work for now, but that could lower its speed at least, so that way it's not hitting me as often as I would like. Good, because I really want to catch the Starmie. Starmie, by the way, is a great Pokemon. It's fast, it hits hard, it takes damage fairly well. It's not that bad when it comes to damage. The only problem with it, though, is it has a strange typing. Water and Psychic, you've got a Dark, a Ghost, a Bug, an Electric, Grass. I mean, that's a lot of weaknesses. But Water and Psychic is a pretty cool duo. Coupled with the fact it has a good special attack, you just obliterate with Psychic and Hydro Pump all day. Imagine if the thing used Psycho Boost. It would be unstoppable. It's pretty fast, it hits pretty hard. I would definitely add it to my team. But unfortunately, I have Bluebee, so that won't be the case. And darn you! Of course you had to use that. Of course. Now this is going to make things a lot more harder to catch them, because they won't even attack from time to time. Darn it! Why must you prolong the inevitable? Okay, you know what? I better catch him now before it's too late. Gotta catch him now, Pokemon! Solrock better get in here, or I will... This will be my 3rd Pokemon lost in this area. You know, I haven't done too badly ever since that Raticate and the other one died as well. Who was the other one? Oh yeah, Farfetch'd. I haven't done too badly ever since then. I've been catching everyone, and hopefully this trend continues with the Cypher admins, although I highly doubt that. You never know. I'm doing pretty well right now, and hopefully you could just attack, and you did, and I love you, and you missed. Isn't that just how things go? I attack, you attack, oh I love you, and you missed, and I hate you, and no, you You didn't carry out the job. Leave! This is all your fault! That's okay. Let's just get in Crow's effect for the heck of it. No, let's put in Ms. Fox. I'm not going to be that cruel. There we go. And even Ms. Fox was a little damaged. It's amazing how well that team worked out. I really got to go heal after this, though. I don't know. I have to use that elevator to come back down. Alright, this shouldn't take too long. I'll just use a Thunder Wave and then a Rock Tomb. Hopefully it hits. Hopefully it doesn't actually hit itself. If it does work, just don't miss Shift Tree and you'll be fine. You can see this fight is obviously a lot more tougher now. I mean, you got 2 Shadow Pokemon, he has 4 regulars. They weren't bad Pokemon, it's just I had a good matchup. I mean, I had Shiftry and Arcanine, and it couldn't get any better than that. Like, honestly, I was well prepared even though I didn't know his Pokemon, so that works out very well for me. But it is a lot more tougher than the first time you face him, which is why I felt like Lovrina was weird to add in that situation, because she improved for sure, but she didn't improve as much as these guys. He's already at level 40. She was at like level 35, 34. It's not that big a deal, you know? I'm wondering why they didn't put her in this final area, but I guess they just didn't want to have you facing them all at once. But I would have liked that. I mean, I like that idea in Coliseum. It's just they had them isolated in these rooms, so it didn't make it all that interesting. My plan, it was supposed to be perfect. Well, unfortunately, because you're wearing space astronaut pajamas, it doesn't work out. Ah, my perfect plan, Master Greevil, forgive me! Yeah, that's right, you do your comical run. I love that little run he does. He's just like, gotta get out of here. My plan has been foiled, run! I love that. Let's head down and heal up. Oh boy, I've needed this. This team really needs to... Oh, wait a second. Oh no, there's another fight? You're leaving already, but not before I show you my brand of hospitality. Oh boy, let us see his hospitality in the next episode. Thank you all for joining me. This is Mario Central signing off. Oh man, my Pokemon are all down. I wonder if I'm gonna lose.